What's going on, traders? Want to do a recap of Friday's price action, February 10th, and a little outlook to the 13th and what we can anticipate this week. Now, of course, we do have CPI, I believe, on Tuesday, so we want to watch out for that. Can lead to more tentative and continued choppy price action, a lot of what we saw on Friday. But Monday, we have the potential of being okay, and having a little bit semblance of normalcy. However, obviously Tuesday or later in the afternoon, Monday, as we get closer, we could see more of that choppy price action. So on Thursday in the video, we were talking about the anticipation of choppy price action. We did see that. I think I said we could see ourselves printing up a 0.25%, either plus or negative. We ended up closing up 0.23% positive, pretty close on that one. Final print being 408.04. So yeah, we'll get into Friday's price action certainly a little bit later, but first I wanted to take a look at the weekly chart here. Inside candle printing still above all the major moving averages, still above the bigger downtrend, and we still held this trend line. Now we did come in, we'll get into the daily here a bit, and see we came very close to tapping it. As I look at the chart, I do want to still point out this gap here. We want to keep this in mind as a potential target area that polls are going to try to push price action into. So I just wanted to start to point that out now. Again, maybe in the 420 area, 421, and all the way down to around 417. And the middle of the gap, we could say, is 420. Top of this candle, 419.78. So just in that general zone here, we want to watch out for that. If we do push higher, watch for that gap to get filled, as something we want to watch for the bull case. All right, let's just look at the daily real quick, see how close we got to coming in and actually testing that trend line and the 20-day moving average. We were talking about that in previous videos, that we could see that 404 zone get touched. We did not get there Friday. The low was 405. We came into that pivot, and the 20 here is sitting at 404.58 now. But we did come very close to tapping it. As we were saying, we didn't actually get there, but bulls did come in and push up. But you can see here on the daily print candle, we're just stuck here in between these two moving averages. Certainly a close again under the 9. But this also with CPI, that could probably be the catalyst that's going to either push us higher or lower depending on how the print comes in. But we'll get more into CPI on Monday's video, so watch out for that. Real quick, if you guys are enjoying the content, the information that I'm providing, please give me a like, subscribe. Would love to hear what you think about the market as well. Leave comments below. Agree with me, disagree. I love the interaction, and I certainly will reply. All right, guys, so yeah, like I said, we barely touched that trend line, came in, now we're stuck. Let's just look at this price action that we had to deal with on Friday, and we can go over that and look at some potential projections for Monday. All right, so Friday, we sold off a bit in pre-market, and actually let me get this 2 days here. We sold off a bit. You could see these highs were tested multiple times in pre-market, here in Globex, again here for a third time again at around 4 in the morning, right as the markets opened. Then we saw a nice sell reaction coming down to the lows. Now I was more long biased coming into the open. Seeing this selling here, I was thinking that it was likely to get a bit of a reversal, but you could see the range really from the opening print. Where did it actually open? I think but I have to come in a little bit closer. But what I'm getting at, though, barely a $3 range, basically, is what I wanted to illustrate, for you guys. You can see a lot of this fake breaks, very typical consolidation price action. You can see the fake breaks to the upside here, trying to get over 407.73, 407.75, that pre-market high here. Again, we couldn't get over fake break, and we had seen some to the lows as well. Here we can call this the opening candle here. So those lows right around 406 or so. You can see this was a little bit more of an aggressive break, but this one certainly fake breakdown. This one pretty strong, $1, so you could have definitely made a little bit of money here if you were able to catch that. But fake break here below the opening. Another one here, creating a bit of a new range, so we could call that range probably 405 to 408 if you really wanted to go that way. Either way, $3 range, pretty tight. Classic up down. We were creating higher lows though from that pre-market, as you can see here. Boom, boom, boom. If you want to do a little bit of a trend line action, we can do that. And that might be something too that we want to watch out for. If this breaks, then watch for further selling back into this range. But for me personally, when it gets into this range, again, we've talked about this in previous videos. You don't want to be taking too many trades. Reduce your size, more of a scalp type of environment. Lower your expectations for your profit targets, and get in, get out. That would be the name of the game, during these choppy type of consolidation cycles. Now we can make a case here if we want to for a little bit of a ascending triangle, potentially trying to break out. So we'll have to see obviously how futures open up. We could open up a little bit lower, higher, or flat, but this could be a nice breakout pattern that we are forming for a push maybe to this 409, this value area high here. But we'll look at the higher time frames. But that would be something that I'm definitely watching for, a push back up. We've talked about that 410 level, and I was saying Friday in chat that I thought that price would retest that Friday, but we didn't get there. But I still think that is a viable target, and we'll go to a couple of different other charts and take a look at some targets potentially again to the upside and downside. Let's get into look at some liquidity here really quickly. Here as you can see, tons of sell side liquidity in this area, so it's going to be very tough. Now it doesn't mean we can't go all the way here to the top to that 410, but all in this area is going to be again very hard to get through, considering all these sellers sitting here and just above another area as well, 410.30 all the way to 410.41. But if this starts to clear, then I'd start to be looking for pushes probably up to 411.30, and then probably around in this area here, maybe 412 or just above 412.45 to 412.55. So I'd be looking for that personally. But if we start to break down, let's see if we can't. Now if we start to, okay, we got nothing here. Now, if we start to break down, potentially break this trend line, again, I would consider price being drawn down to this 407 area here, 406. Decent amount of buyers there, so that could be a potential pickup for a long. Not as confident about buying the dip if we came down to 406.50. Not too much liquidity there, but if this 406 Yeah, if this 406.95, we'll say, if this breaks, I'd probably be looking for that lower target to come into this 406.50, and if that gives up, which, like I said, I don't have too much faith that they'll be able to hold this little bit, but it's possible. I would be looking down here towards that 406 level, 406.30, 406.25, and maybe just tapping that whole number. But this 416 also we want to watch out for. So, really this zone here, we could say that we'd be looking for the downside. That 406 breaks, I'm looking for 405.50. Coming into this order block area, it's possible. We don't get all the way down to 405.50. It's possible maybe we come just only down to this 405.60, but I would also watch out for a liquidity grab, fake break. Maybe they come and break down, make everybody think this is breaking, then they break 405.50, and then they bounce it right back up, kind of like we saw right here at this candle at 12. So I want to watch out for that as well. But certainly if this little, short-term break of market structure gives away, I would be looking to that short side potentially. But it could again just be a choppy type of environment where I'd be taking quicker profits, more type of scalping trading, which I don't particularly enjoy, but we have to trade the market cycle or what the market's going to give us, and have correct expectations for what kind of trading day we are presented with. So lastly, let's just look at VIX real quick. We were watching that. We did close back over 2050. Excuse me, 2050. So we did close again over that key level on VIX. So that's something to note. But we did start to sell off some, and I do like here breaking under these moving averages. That is good. But let's just look here at the longer time frame. Yeah. Now we were talking. Go to the daily. Now we were talking about potentially coming up to these highs here. We did break slightly above them. I think we were talking 2168 or so, and we did break just over, and then saw that sharp rejection down. So hopefully, at least for the bulls case, that we see a little bit more retracement in the VIX. I mean, this isn't the nicest daily candle, and we could come back down easily to test that 20 zone before we bounce back up. So I am watching that as well. One other thing wanted to mention here, we can make the case here for a bit of a bull flag here forming on the daily. So I just wanted to, I just wanted to draw that out for you guys. A little drink of water there. Just wanted to draw this out for you guys. Not the cleanest, certainly, but and I did it really quickly, but this is something we want to watch out for as well off of this. But we could just also consolidate here in this ping pong back and forth, and do a bit of a zigzag. So that is also definitely a possibility. But wanted to point that out for you on the daily because I did notice it earlier, and I wanted to share it with you guys. Obviously, if we break out above this trend, and I guess that breakout would be, depending on what day it is, anywhere from the 412, let's see here, anywhere from 413 down to 412. Again, depending on what day it is, we'll watch that for a potential breakout, or even a breakout and then a retest of that, and then another move up. So those are definitely a couple of scenarios I'm watching. And again, to the short side though, I would definitely look at this 404.55 area. If that breaks, we lose the 20, I would be fairly certain we would see some more selling going on in the markets. It's very possible we do come down and test that 400 again. So I'm watching that potentiality as well. Yeah. So that's pretty much all I wanted to cover. Again, CPI, watch out for that choppy price action. Hopefully not too bad Monday, but I think, we definitely could see some of that Monday as well, with a lot of fake breaks up and down. Let me just, there's one other scenario here I wanted to, actually it's on the Qs, but I believe, it's going to mirror pretty close to, I don't have it anymore. But I'll try to get it here for you guys really quickly. I did post it on my Twitter. Now, of course, this wants to do play games. All right. Well, check out my Twitter _ @Shark Trader. You can see what I'm talking about on QQQ. I just wanted to mention the break of market structure, the downtrend, and that we could break over. As a matter of fact, let me just do this for you. And I apologize about the delay. Okay, it seems like all my internet wants to go a little bonkers right now. So, all right, check out my Twitter _ @Shark Trader. You could find the QQQ chart that I'm talking about. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Beautiful. Okay, perfect. So yeah, I just wanted to mention this break of market structure. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4 reactions, and now this uptrend that we have been in has been broken. So for the Qs, what I'm looking for is, if we do break and recapture the trend line, this could cause a little bit of some bears to get stopped out, and of course new shorts will try to pile in here if we do a retest. So this is something I'd be watching for a potential short as well, and it wouldn't surprise me to see a back test here, inverse BRB, and then we head back down lower. If we continue selling, if we don't get up that high, maybe we only come into the 9. I'm looking for potential shorts under this 296.44, but better confirmation in my opinion would be under 294.75. Either way, I'd still be looking at both those areas if we break those for more selling. But if we break above here and actually confirm and hold, I would be considering the long, over 302. 95, you could call it 303 if you want to do that whole number right there. My only concern with that, so if you wanted extra confirmation on the long, you've got volume point of control right here, so you might want to wait to see if we can break over. If the bulls can break over and confirm over that 305, okay, then we might have a nice chance to be able to get to 308 60 or so and come back to these highs here. So I would watch out for that for the bull case. You could take a starter position if we confirm and then add into it over, or just wait for confirmation over VPOC and then go for the long. But this could present, again, if we can't get over, again, this is a short also I would consider taking. Nice little back test of the trend line with the 20 confluence here, coming in, taking some puts or going short or NQ or whatever, however you want to play it, and then coming back down to retrace back either my first target here at that 296.44, and then if that can break, probably here at the 294.75, and if that breaks, you'll get further downside as well. So that's a couple of scenarios I wanted to mention on the Qs that I was watching, and yeah, I hope that helps. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Super Bowl, go Chiefs, and we'll see you guys on Monday. Good luck.